Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. And this is my speech, Will Humanity Survive Climate Change? Now, before I begin the speech, there will be some words that are very difficult for me to announce, like some of the sources, and some of the states. So please give me a little bit of credit, if you will. I'm really trying my hardest on trying to spell it out. I've tried it at least 15 times, but it is very difficult for me. Okay. If there's one thing that humanity can agree on, is that this planet is a home to each and every one of us. However, if we keep heading towards the path that we are taking on our environment, then there might not be a home anymore. Due to the pollution and harm that we have caused towards our planet, we only have another 12 years left on Earth to fix it. Okay, maybe not exactly 12, but that made you feel scared, right? It made you want to do something about it because it's no longer billions of years in the future. It's affecting our present right now. That's exactly how we should be jumping towards climate change, because even though we may not see it every day, it is still currently affecting our weather, animals, and our lives and our future. Hi, I'm Amaya Rosalani Watson. This is my informative speech on climate change. As of today, I'm sure I'm not the only one that has seen our bizarre weather lately. Disasterphilanthropy.org, 47,053 wildfires have burned over 8 million acres this year. This is approximately 2.2 million more acres that have burned in the 10-year average. Even though California has only had 8,834 fires, fireca.gov says that 4,149,345 of our acres have been burned. That makes up for almost 50% of land that have been burned in total throughout 2020. Even so, fires aren't the only thing that we've been having issues with. Vietnam is having the worst landslides and floods they have ever seen in the last 2 decades. The new humanitarian.org says Vietnamese authorities are rushing to evacuate 500,000 people before Malave makes a projected landfall, packing wind speeds topping 110 kilometers per hour. The source also includes that intense floods and landslides have killed at least 130 people and damaged 250,000 of homes. Hurricane Sally has also made its way around, devastating other regions. Weather.gov quoted, Hurricane Sally began as a tropical wave off the eastern Bahamas around September 9th. Hurricane Sally will remain disorganized and moderately sheared for as much of its trip across the Florida, Pennsylvania into Peninsula. Sorry, Florida, I keep thinking it's Pennsylvania. It's Peninsula. Florida, Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico. As steering currently events collapse, Sally significantly set the stage up for a historic flooding event across the Florida Panhandle into Alabama. Sadly, Hurricane Sally lasted for a little bit over a week, and it didn't end until September 18th of 2020. To think, this is only a small portion of the damage from climate change. That only leaves us to imagine how it changed our livestock. Animals play a crucial role in the way of life. Without them, we'd be in serious consequences. Polar bears are at the top of the food chain. They not only have a large impact on marine life, but they also have a way of life and economies to the Arctic people. According to wildlife.org, due to climate change, Arctic is heating up twice as fast anywhere on the planet, shrinking the Arctic sea ice that has covered 14% by the decade. The glaciers and the sea is imperative to polar bear survival. If the heat doesn't start to slow down, we will see a decrease in the population for polar bears. WorldWildlife.org even mentioned, compared to the median sea ice recorded between 1981 and 2010, we have lost about 770,000 square miles in area larger than Alaska and California combined. Sea turtles are also needed in marine life. They maintenance the health of seagrass, coral reefs, and they benefit commercially valuable species such as shrimp, lobster, and tuna. Climate change has endangered the sea turtle species. How, you ask? WorldLife.org says unusually warm temperatures caused by climate change is disrupting the ratios, resulting in fewer male hatchlings. Warmer sea surface temperatures leads to loss of important foraging around for sea turtles, while increasing severe storms and sea levels rise to destroy critical nesting beaches. This could compromise the sea turtle species and our marine life. If this amount of damage is happening now, what is in store for our future? NASA has done extensive research on the consequences we face from climate change. Temperatures will continue to rise. ClimateNASA.gov says because human-induced warming is superimposed on naturally varying climates, the temperature rise has not been and will not be uniform or smooth across the country over time. There will also be more droughts. NASA assured us by the end of this century, we have been once in 20-year extreme heat days. One-day events are projected to occur every 2 or 3 years over most of the nation. Didn't you find it strange how we are in the end of the October and it's still hot enough to have a beach day? That has been no coincidence. That's been climate change. NASA also included droughts in the Southwest and heat waves, periods of abnormally hot weather lasting days to weeks. Everywhere we are projected to become more intense and cold waves less intense everywhere. If we thought Hurricane Sally was bad, it will only get worse from here. NASA says the intensity and frequency duration of the North Atlantic hurricanes, as well as the frequency of the strongest Category 5, have all increased. For those of you who do not know a lot about hurricanes, they are all ranked 1 to 5. 5 being very, very dangerous and 1 being also dangerous, but it's ranked more in collateral damage. This will be the danger to our society and continue to happen if we don't work together to prevent global warming. All right, so we have all of our problems, but what are our solutions? We can make little differences every day to help. NRDC gave us 5 ways to stop climate change. 1. Power your home with renewable energy sources. NRDC says that choose a utility company that generates at least half of its power, wind or solar, and has been certified by Green Energy, an organization that vets renewable energy options. Also, reduce water waste. NRDC explained, so take shorter showers, turn off the tap while brushing your teeth, and switch to water sense labeled fixtures and appliances. The EPA estimates that if it's just 1 out of every 100 American homes were retrofitted with water-efficient fixtures, about 100 million kilowatts hours of electricity per year will be saved, avoiding 80,000 tons of global warming pollution. Also, install a programmable thermostat. Not only does it help with climate change, but it also saves money. Also, change your gas stove for an electric stove. It will lower indoor air pollution. And another thing, change your light bulbs. NRDC says that LED light bulb use are up to 80% less energy than conventional incandescent light bulbs. They are also cheaper in the long run. A 10-watt LED replaces your traditional 60-watt bulb that will save you 125 light bulbs over a lifetime. Finally, but last but not least, voting. I understand that this is a difficult time for all of us, but one of the ways that we can prevent climate change is through voting through our presidents. Also, to read the policies and plans for our environmental health. In conclusion, climate change is real and it's here. Let's not just try to make a change for us today, but for later in the future. This will better our home and our environment. Thank you for listening, and together with these changes, we will end climate change. Happy Halloween!